Hey YouTube, how are y'all today? I come to you, I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about prepping. And, wait, here I am. Hey, yeah, uh, I lost a lot of my preps, but I had a lot of stuff, and I cleaned up, finally, my pieces of boxes that I had up underneath the bar here. I cleaned them all up and got everything together. I put 3 boxes of canned goods that I had left from 2022. You say, how do I prep for it? Well, you grow a big garden and you can stuff. Instead of going out on weekends and spending time at the lake and doing this and doing that and going off and gallivanting around with your friends, you garden in the evenings after work. On weekends, you put it all up. You spend all your time putting it all up. The first year, you'll have a way abundance. But remember, this stuff's going to last 3 to 5 years. So, the first year, put enough up that you'll be able to eat the following year, and then you'll put the rest of it in rotation. And when I say rotation, that means every year can enough that you can eat on 3 years from now. Okay? Because you're steadily, okay, this is 2022. I'm eating 2022 stuff this year. Okay? In 2029, I'll be eating stuff that I can in 2026. You got me? Okay. As long as you got me. Jelly, I got jellies. I've got a case, almost a case and a half of jelly left. And we're putting all this stuff away today. All this stuff is going away. All of this stuff is carrots. I got some lentils here, some potatoes. They're all going in the cabinet for the next few weeks. We're doing that. Okay, we got popcorn here. Sam's Club. Go in there and buy a bag of popcorn, because you'll get, I think it's a 40-pound bag, and it'll fill 2 of these up. You hear what I got? I don't have much in there left. So these Atomic may be dusty on the top, but down inside it's clean. And I keep popcorn in that, and I keep it down in or out in the garage. I'll keep it to where rats can't get to it. That's a fact. And when I run out of popcorn, I go out and I fill this up. Well, I ain't got nothing to cook it with. Well, I do. There it is. I bought one of these about 15 years ago. It's been used quite a bit, you can tell. And it's ready to go right now. In fact, it takes less time to make popcorn in one of these for a whole family than popping 1 bag of popcorn in the microwave. And it's much more healthy for you. If you look up on the internet, of all things, look up on the internet for information about microwave popcorn and illnesses, you'll know why. I've seen that, and I bought one of these immediately. And whenever I'm eating a lot of popcorn, whenever like one of my grocery stores get down, and or I just want a snack, I make me some popcorn, and one of these will last me about a month and a half. So I mean, you just think about it. There's 4 of these in a gallon, so that means that there's at least 20 of these in here. And a 40-pound bag of it will fill approximately 2 of these. almost 2 of them. I mean, so you got popcorn. I mean, for years, you can take and fill this up, put it out in your stores, and then gift people quart jars, or even I give my son a milk jug. I think his wife kind of frowned on it. I knew that they had one of those because I gave it to him for Christmas, a popcorn popper. And so I didn't have anything else to put it in. I'll show you exactly what I gave him. I had a jug exactly like this right here. And I had used the juice out of it and washed it, sanitized it, and drained it, let it sit on the cabinet, and cleaned it up. And I filled that up till you couldn't put no more popcorn in it. And I walked in their house one time, and they were using it for a doorstop. It ain't no lie. They were using it for a doorstop in their utility room. And I'm like, you guys don't eat that popcorn? He says, well, the girls, they eat microwave popcorn. Later on in the day, Dad reaches and grabs the TV remote, and everybody's sitting around there, and I flipped open YouTube and went to popcorn and went to sicknesses caused by microwave popcorn. And I showed them that video, and they use their popcorn that I sent them now, which ain't no big deal. And this one right here, I've been picking pecans, been cracking pecans, and whenever I get this full, I put it in the freezer and keep them froze. And I mean, it's cheap and it works. It's an empty box. The rest of these are full of hot sauce. That Stinger hot sauce I've been talking about, I made 10 gallons of hot sauce about 5 years ago. One of the guys that I follow, Chili Chunk, and I kind of started watching him, paying attention to him, and I learned how to make fermented hot sauce. And I'm a believer in fermented hot sauce, you know. But I had so much. I had 20 gallons of habanero scorpion pepper hot sauce, and then I had 10 gallons of Tabasco hot sauce. This is all I have left. I sold hot sauce, and every time, you know, and I'm gonna say this: whenever I got down last year and I didn't have no money, and I needed money, I needed money to buy a phone with, one of them cheap flip open phones, because I needed to call for help. I needed help, and I didn't have no other way. If you don't know me, but I'm the type of person, I don't like going and asking nobody for nothing. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I never had thought about the hot sauce that I had. I had about 20 of these boxes right here left, full. And I went to the local bars. I walked to the local bars, and I carried a case of this hot sauce in a backpack with me to the local bar, and I sold it. Didn't take long either. I sold it to the guy that owns the bar for $6 a bottle, and he sold it for $8 a bottle, and it was gone. He was asking me for more of it. He was asking me for more of it within a week. And so he came over here this time. He came over here and he asked me for more of it. And I sold him like 3 or 4 cases of it. At that time, and I just went ahead and I said, look, dude, I'm going to make you a real good deal on it. I said, I'm going to sell it to you for $5 a case. And because I don't need it, I need a little money, and but the bottles themselves cost me $1 or $2 a box for the bottles, so I wasn't making any money off of it, hardly at all. And but he wanted it, and I've asked him if he wanted some more of it, and he's like, yeah, bring it to me. And I just ain't needed the money, and so I've still got 5 cases in an empty box over there. But yeah, I mean, there's ways to make money when you're farming and stuff, but you gotta know how. You gotta know how. I'm gonna put this stuff up. Now, when it comes to prepping, really for real, you got to think about, what do you like to eat? What do you like to eat? And it being feasible, and how you can store it. Then you just start searching, and you find ways to put it up, how to can it. If you don't know, ask me. Ask me. Send me a message. Ask me. I'll figure out a way for you. Now, in the next little bit, I've got about 30 bags of pinto beans and different kinds of beans that need to be put up. I had to make room in my freezer, so I went ahead and got this out. It's time for me to do something with this. So we're going to seal some of these beans and some of this rice up in Mylar bags, and we're gonna can some. I got to check my stores and see what I've got, and then we're gonna can some, depending on what I've got and what I need. There is just doing nothing right now but taking up space in my freezer. What I do is, I've got a box about that long, about like that, in my deep freeze. And whenever I go to the grocery store, it's like, okay, well, I don't have any navy beans. I don't have any Great Northern beans. I don't have this. I don't have that. And I want some navy beans for dinner. So, looking at the price of the beans, it's like, well, shoot, well, you put it on your grocery list, and next time you go to the big box store, you catch them beans on sale. You buy up about 4 bags, about 4 pounds of beans, and that would, 4 of them little bags, a pound of beans equals 1 of these. Bring them home, fix yourself a meal, and get you a box and put it in the freezer, and put your other ones, your dry beans, in the freezer. It kills all the weevils. It kills anything that's on in there. It kills it. The longer the better, really. Freeze them. Keep them froze. Okay, if you need a package, go out there and get them. Go out there and get them. But remember, that's your future preps. Remember that. And then, all at one time, you get your pressure canner out, and you buy a ham, and you cut that ham up in chunks, and you get you some sausage, and you cut it up in chunks, and you put a chunk of ham in a chunk of or a chunk of sausage in your jar with your beans, and you got a little bit of meat with some beans, and you got, that's a meal. You pop it in the microwave, and it comes out, it's done. You got a meal. If you got cornbread, and I suggest keeping cornbread on hand, and yeah, that's a meal for a fact. And it don't take nothing to cook it. You don't have to have a microwave. You don't have to have a stove. You can get out in your backyard and build a fire, and take a pot and stick it, fill that pot full of water, and stick that jar in that water, and heat it up. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes to bring it to a boil, and then let it sit there and boil or simmer around that jar for 10 or 15 minutes, and you got a hot meal, a steaming hot meal, and you can eat it right out of the jar. You don't have to have a plate. You don't have to have nothing except for a spoon. So guys, I'm fixing to drop you guys off right here, and I'm going to come back on a different video at a different date, a different time, and show y'all how to put this stuff in Mylar bags. And guys, I really appreciate y'all following me. I really do, and you subscribing. And we'll bring out more and more videos every week. I promise you, there will be more and more videos every week. Peace, guys.